So, there's a game on Steam called rimworld. I'm sure everyone has heard of it before. The game where you're playing a different scenario, such as, I don't know, your ship is destroyed and you crash land on a planet alone or with 3 other survivors. It's supposed to be sort of like a story time experience. You control what happens to certain pawns, or you tell them what to do, and just try to get them off the planet. It's supposed to be sort of like Dwarf Fortress. Of course, there's also a workshop community. At one point, there was a workshop user whose name I will not mention to keep her anonymous, because for all we know, she's probably exiled herself to the deepest, darkest corners of the internet and probably will not be showing her face anytime soon. So what happened was that the creator of a certain group of mods, one of them called the Woohooer mod, in which colonists can mate. As RimWorld is somewhat lacking in a reproduction mechanic. The Woohooer mod is sort of a safe for work version of a Lover's Lab mod. So you come to but the person who created the mod was one of those left-wing types who didn't exactly enjoy being told what to do. She went and decided to advertise her feminist charity through the mod, through an annoying pop-up that wouldn't stop happening no matter how many times you clicked no or yes. People didn't like that and tried to take the issue and tell her about it. Maybe even tell her to maybe even put a checkbox that says not to put up annoying pop-ups. She didn't listen, so they went and talked to the person who developed RimWorld. If I remember, his name is Tithinian. Either way, he had a discussion with the workshop mod creator and stated that she's not allowed to have a pop-up that takes people to another website, as if that was allowed to happen, that can and could, and possibly will, send them to a website that has a crap ton of viruses, especially since some people don't exactly use Windows Defender, from what I can guess. Now you might think maybe the mod creator will listen to RimWorld's creator, Tithinian. I might be getting his name wrong, but I don't know. You may think the mod creator, out of respect for the man who developed the game that they were modding, would decide to take out the pop-up feature and respects the game developer's wishes. Not so much, really. As a matter of fact, the mod creator became so petty and enraged, she updated the mod, where it replaced all the textures in RimWorld with the logo of the feminist charity. Of course, this pissed off the modding community. Understandably so. And the mod creator started going on rants and tirades about how the developer of RimWorld is oppressing her. Yes, delved into this. Of course, she tried to tell the sob story about how the developer of RimWorld was being a mean man, a very mean straight white male who's part of an evil secret society meant to oppress women. Because apparently that is believable. Because, it's like a secret society would waste its time going after one person. Of course, she had no support in any of this. In fact, many people called her out and chastised her for this act of selfish behavior. There's also the fact that she more or less provided a link to a charity that nobody could find trustworthy. Finding out that people immediately demanded that she stop not being this childish and fix the textures in the game again. Remove the texture replacement. She didn't. Well, technically she did. She updated the game. She then removed her mods from the workshop page. She then left a Reddit post that unironically states, "It's how I learned to stop hating and love the patriarchy," which is just a long rant on how she wasn't allowed to have her way on the modding community, and how she single-handedly pissed off the entire workshop community. She then, after removing her mods, she, sort of went into hiding. A man named Lightning Code, however, had the framework for her mod, specifically the Woohooer mod. He also uploaded 2 of her other mods, seeing as how it wasn't so much as a re-upload of the mod, but more of a fix so people can continue to play their old saves that were dependent on the Woohooer mod. Because if a mod that major is removed from the mod list or is disabled, it could have very serious consequences, such as mild to severe glitching and sometimes even pawns, the name of the characters in game, having missing features. It was sort of okay for a while, but the original mod creator came out of hiding and didn't like Lightning Code sort of reworking her mod. The reason I say reworking is because he downloaded the framework for the mod and sort of built it back up from that. The mod creator continued to be a thorn in the modding community's side, and DMCA'd all of the mods. Lightning Code, however, decided wasn't going to take it sitting down, and did a request to have it reviewed. So far, only one of the mods remains up to this day, and that is the Woohooer mod. It's not so much known if the other 2 mods are ever going to see the light of day again. But let's just hope that this doesn't happen again. As for the mod creator, if you are seeing this, then, the only thing you can do now to gain everyone's trust again is just not to do anything. You already destroyed everybody's trust, you've already burned the bridge, and now you treat... And I think the only thing you can do to save face is to just stay in your own corner of the internet and probably just not DMCA anyone who tries to remake your mod. This... Don't try to pick a fight with anyone. Because trust me, when you piss off the workshop community, it's probably never going to welcome you back with open arms. This has been Story Time with Plagueman.